Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with Supersize Business. Welcome to number 8 of our fundamental Supersize business strategies. Today's strategy is one that is near and dear to my heart, but is probably one of the most challenging lessons I personally had to learn in business and in life. It is to ask. Ask for the sale, ask for the business, ask your question, ask. If you ask questions, people will tell you and show you everything you need to know about yourself and about them and about how you can serve them better. That's why it's one of the most powerful business strategies and fundamental to your success as you grow and build and scale and supersize your business. I like to think of it as always show kindness by asking a question. You're showing kindness toward the person that you're asking the question of. You're showing that you are a human being and you don't know everything and you want to know their perspective on something. I guess I could share so many lessons learned about this. In college, I was getting my degree in engineering, mechanical industrial engineering. And I and one other woman were in my program. There were only 2 of us. So there were a lot of times when it was just one woman in our classes. And when we were lucky, 2 of us were in the same class at the same time. And we could support one another when it came to having to ask questions. I don't know if you've ever been in that environment where you're the only one that's actually different than the vast majority of people that are in there. And keep in mind, everybody's different. Every single human being is. But it was an environment where you didn't necessarily feel like asking a question because it made you feel stupid. And I got up the gumption a couple of times to ask questions, which is what helped to break me of my fear of asking questions and looking stupid, because I realized whenever I asked a question, everybody else, at least 80% of the people in the room, were thinking the same thing and had the same question. But even though they weren't different and they were all like one another, they didn't want to ask a question either. So I think it's human nature that we don't want to look stupid and our ego wants to protect us. And so we put off asking questions. And I had I've had coaches that have said, hey, you got to ask. You have to ask for help. You have to ask questions. You have to ask for the business. There's so many areas in our life that we need to ask. And the truth is, as human beings, we think in questions all the time. And so asking is actually natural for us to do. So why do we not just do it? Usually it's out of fear. It's outside of our comfort zone, or for whatever other excuses we give ourselves for not asking the question, not asking for help, not asking for what it is that we need, want, or desire. It's the same thing about setting boundaries, which is a topic for another day. But, it goes back to, I think, even the Bible, ask and it is given, ask and you shall receive. But if you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't ask the question, you remain in darkness or ignorance. And that's probably not usually the best decision-making position to ever be in, much less when we're growing and building and supersizing our business. I have so many stories. Want to hear some more stories about asking and reluctance to ask? Hit me up, because I've probably got 30 or 40 of them. And sometimes it was not asking and struggling for weeks to get something done that should have been a no-brainer. Sometimes it's just looking outside of ourselves for who can help us do something, because we cannot possibly do everything and learn everything ourselves. And guess what? We don't even want to. I don't know about you, but there's a whole lot of stuff that we have to have happen in our businesses to grow and build and scale and supersize, but that I personally don't want to do, that I don't actually like to do, therefore I am not very good at. So we want to ask others to help us do those things so that we don't have to be responsible for absolutely everything in our business and in our life. It's kind of like house cleaning. I ask all the time for help and support when it comes to that. Why? Because I'm terrible at it. Why am I terrible at it? Because I don't like to do it. All right. That's it for today. I'd love to know your take on ask. Do you have an ask first policy or an ask for help or an ask strategy in your business? If not, would it be something that would benefit you and your business? I'm going to say yes, probably. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.